A Change in Altitude is about a couple, expatriates from America who arrive in Kenya. He is a doctor and he is going to help at local clinics. She's a photographer. She arrives there really without a job. Early in their stay, another couple invites them to climb Mount Kenya, which is pretty arduous. During the climb, a catastrophic event takes place, and the novel really is about how a single moment in time can completely alter the course of someone's life. I think we've all either worried about it or fantasized about it or had it actually happen to us. I think as an author, it's very intriguing to push a character up against the edge and to watch how he or she behaves. I'm taking a character and confronting that character with the worst single thing that could happen to that character. And then we learn a lot about that character by watching how he or she behaves. The book takes place in Nairobi, Kenya, and I decided on this setting because I used to live there in the late 70s. This is the only novel that I've written about a place that I actually lived. And my novel is fiction, but a number of points are actually things that did happen to me. I did have a cottage in a suburb of Nairobi called Karen, and I worked for a magazine, and that allowed me to go out and interview all kinds of people. One of the things that happened to me is that I actually did climb Mount Kenya. It was the most arduous physical event of my entire life. Now, the characters are very different. What happened in the story did not actually happen to any of my party, and while I use those experiences as a jumping off point, really I can't think of a single scene in the novel that's actually true. When I was in Kenya, I was years away from writing novels. I'd wanted to write fiction since I was a kid. I don't think I ever really thought of it as a realistic career. In fact, I didn't. In my household, that was definitely not mentioned as a realistic thing to do in life. So I turned to journalism. But in the back of my mind, all this time, I'm trying to figure out a way to get back to fiction. And one day I decided to write a novel, and I wrote it in secret. I didn't tell anybody, and when it was done, I showed it to my agent. The act of writing fiction is, it's all very well to recall certain experiences that happened to you, but if you don't trigger the imagination, nothing will actually get written.